All right, NFL Week 12. We are here. Here are the 4 picks of the week. Let's jump right into it. Let's start off with the Seahawks, who are visiting the Tennessee Titans. Seahawks are coming off of an embarrassing loss to the Los Angeles Rams in Los Angeles, even though the score didn't indicate that it was like an embarrassing loss, but the way that Sam Darnold and the offense played was not indicative of their whole season, in totality. Coming into the game, they were on a hot streak. They had just blown out the Cardinals, scoring 44 points. The week before that, they put up 38 against the Commanders. They had a good game against the Texans the week prior, so they was on like a very hot streak as far as offensively. Jackson Smith and Jigma was doing crazy things to the league, putting up at least 100 yards every game. Sam Darnold was not turning over the ball much at all. The defense was playing on a different level, even though the defense did play pretty good this game, the past game, but it just was not indicative of the whole season that they had so far. So coming into this week, they're going to Tennessee. They're playing against a team that really has not put up many wins this season. I think they have 1 win right now, 1-9, 1-8. So I don't really expect it to be much of a contest. The Seahawks have shown to be a team that blows out the lower level teams in the league. So I think this week could be nothing different than that. I think that Seahawks, their favorite, 12.5 points. That's a large spread, but I think they'll cover that spread. So take the Seahawks to win this game. There's not much to say about the Titans. They're not really putting that much of a fight. Like I said, they're probably more so interested in getting a higher draft pick, this late in the season. So take the Seahawks to cover that 12.5 point spread going to Tennessee. The second game we got is the Cleveland Browns, who are going to the Las Vegas Raiders. This is Shedeur Sanders' first start in the NFL. He's going to Las Vegas. Last week he didn't really play too good in the little time that he did play, but like I said before, I think that coming off the bench into a game where you're not getting first team reps, where you're not part of the game plan, really, I think that's going to be totally different than what it is for him to be getting first team reps all week, being the focal point of the team coming into this week. They're playing against a Raiders team who has been kind of up and down, especially offensively. Ashton Dempsey had, big promises when the season started. He's been like a good running back, okay, but not really as advertised. I think Geno Smith has had up and downs too recently. He started off the season pretty good, but he's going a little down recently. So the only thing the Cleveland Browns are 3.5 point underdogs, and I think that they actually cover the spread. I made a prediction earlier. I think that the Cleveland Browns are actually going to win this game. So I think the only thing that could maybe stop that or make that prediction wrong is if Max Crosby puts up like 2 or 3 sacks and just pressures Shedeur Sanders all day long. And that's a possibility. It could happen because the Browns' offensive line is not really too good, but I think their defense will give them in the game, and Shedeurs have to do a little bit in order to help them win the game. So I think that the Browns will cover the spread and win the game. So take the Browns to do that. The next game we got is the Philadelphia Eagles, who are visiting the Cowboys. The Eagles are 3-point favorites in this game. The Cowboys haven't really been doing much this year. Well, offensively, their offense is amazing. They got 2 of the best wide receivers in the league, George Pickens and CD Lamb on the outside. Dak Prescott is playing some really good ball this year, so their offense has potential to put up a lot of points. But the problem is the Philadelphia Eagles defense is like legit. So I think that the Eagles will do what they do. They've been doing it all season, except for 2 times this year. So I think they'll actually win the game, cover that spread. -3 at the Cowboys. So I'll take the Eagles to cover that spread, going to Dallas this week. And then the final game of the week that I'm picking is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are 6.5 underdogs, going to the Los Angeles Rams. Now the Rams are on a heater, probably the second or third best team in the league right now, to be honest. I think that the spread 6.5 points is kind of steep, especially being as though this is a divisional game. And the Buccaneers, even though they haven't really looked super good the last couple of weeks, they are still a good team. They've been killed with injuries this year. Baker Mayfield has been, and Emeka Egbuka, they've been putting in some dirty work to get these wins. So I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers might not win the game, but I think that they're covered at 6.5 point spread. I think that these are 2 of the powerhouses in the NFC, and the LA Rams for some reason don't really have the home field advantage. I think the Buccaneer fans will travel to LA to make this kind of an even playing field. So I think the Buccaneers will be able to cover the 6.5 point spread. They might not win the game, but I think they'll cover that spread. So take the Buccaneers to cover that spread, going to the Rams. Those are my 4 for 4 picks this week. Let me know in the comments down below if you think this is a good 4 for 4. If you think that some teams are going to win, some teams are going to lose. Let me know how you feel about the picks now.